Alright, let's add few street elements into our scene. So again, you could search on Google, for example, street cone, to add few elements, more details and elements, and pay attention to details. Of course, make your works more realistic. Maybe something like that, it is fine. Yeah, the quality is not bad too. Open image, not bad. Right click, copy image. Control or Command N. Create new document, Control V to paste. And select subject. Not bad, but need improvement. So enable polygonal lasso or press L. Hold on the Shift key. And add to selection. However, they're not so noticeable. Still better to have cleaner selection. We see to providing assets, you need to take too hard to get too hard to yourself. Hold on the Alt or Option key and remove bottom side. However, it's contain a bit shadows, not bad, but it's not so important. Create a mask, right click, convert to smart object, and drag it into your project. Yes. Also, the angle is almost match, so it is fine. Just allow me to move it up. Okay. We need just few adjustment, Control or Command T, rotate a bit, not too much, but small rotation. Okay, hold on the Shift key and make it smaller. Alright. And it is too big, so again, smaller. Maybe something like that is fine. We need color adjustment and lighting adjustment. So go to the image menu, adjustment, exposure, decrease the gamma. Also exposure. Yeah, we don't have too much light. You have too light intensity here. You could remove it if you like, but I think it is not necessary. A bit color balance to match color, Control or Command B, bring color balance, and adding a bit blue values, especially for shadow. Okay, and cyan, more blue maybe. And for highlight, a bit maybe purple, especially mid-tone. Okay, it's matching better. And I could copy that, hold on the Alt or Option key, copy, Control or Command T, make it a bit larger, not too much, a bit. Okay, maybe here. One more tip here, when you're zooming in other places, as you see my Photoshop zoomed another place, if you hold on the Alt or Option key and click on image thumbnail, you could zoom on that layer. Alt or Option key here. I'm just using arrow key to reposition. Control or Command T. A bit larger. Okay, and maybe two more. Control or Command T. Larger. And Alt or Option key for last one. However, it is too repetitive, so you could make some variation of those. I think they are too big, so this right layer is selected. Hold on the Shift Control or Shift command and click on other one. Click, 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 and click. Allow me to check all they are selected or not. Yes. Control T, okay. I hold on the Alt Shift or Option Shift on Mac and make it a bit smaller. I think they are too large. Okay. And changing the position again. Okay. Control click and reposition. Maybe a bit variation on position. Not too accurate. Okay. This one should go more far. And maybe some variation. For example, I click this one and select it, Control or Command M, make it a bit darker. Also, you could make a bit difference. For example, enable burn tool. However, they are not working fine because they are smart. So I could create a new layer, brush, black color, and make it darker here, here, here. Hold on the Control or Command key, click on that traffic cone thumbnail, make mask, so don't make dark, okay. You could repeat for other traffic cones too. Select move, Control or Command click, and maybe this one make a bit variation too. So make new layer. This time I want to make it lighter, so white color, a bit lighter, and X to make it dark, here darker, Control or Command key on thumbnail, and mask, and maybe something like multiply. Multiply only effect on darkened, so something like overlay. Okay. And you could make some shadows. You should note that because my main street light is here, so maybe shadows are going this side. Control click, Control or Command J, Control T, okay. And I will move it here, Control click, and maybe something like that. I don't want to make too long shadow. Bring it below that layer and Control U. We don't need saturation. We don't need light. And maybe change the position and distortion. Okay, something like that. And filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Not too much. Something like that. Could works fine. Okay. Multiply. And maybe 50%. Hold on the Alt or Option key and drag for next one. It is getting far from the light, so a bit longer. And could be less opacity, for example 40% or 45. Alt and drag for next layer, Control T, a bit longer, hold on the Control or Command key. Okay, 35. Alt or Option click and drag, longer. Alt or Option and drag for last one. Okay, it is not so visible. And note that because this one is much closer to the light, I hold on the Control and click to select. Make it a bit shorter and it should be not so blurred. So expand it, and for Gaussian blur double click and reduce the value. Maybe what, 1.3. Okay. Also Control click this one. Gaussian blur 1.8 or 1.5. Okay, yeah, this is the correct layer. Control click, and this one could be set to 2. Okay, they're not so noticeable, but paying attention to each detail make it more and more realistic. This one maybe 60% or 55, and it should be somewhere like that. You could make some shadows in these regions too, but I think this is fine. Also, we could add any other elements we need to any places, trash can, other blocks, seats, or any other elements. But because I don't want to make this tutorial so long, so I'm just giving you a quick and teaching you overall workflow, so you know if you want to work more, you have to add much more elements, working on details much more accurately. But this tutorial is not about creating a very beautiful work. It is about teaching you how to use tools, how it is the pipeline of working and workflow, and how to readjust it, observe it, or so.